Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome to, a brand new game, Victoria 3. If you have been following the channel for a very long time, you know that I am not new to the Victoria series. I have some Victoria 1 videos on my page from all the way back in 2011. But, no, I'm jumping into Victoria 3 on release day with the UK, and I have not played the tutorial at all. So this is very much jumping straight in. I do have Twitch chat with me, which will be asking questions, and this series is going to be a bit of a learning experience for me, so hopefully be a learning experience for anyone watching. And Twitch chat is there to ask me questions and steer me right and all sorts of things like this. So, what introduced me to Vicky? I can't remember. I was at university when I first started playing Victoria, and then I got Revolutions, and then I played a lot of the Victoria Improvement Project. That was kind of my thing, and watching the trains go by. I will say that it is. You can't quite see at the moment because the game's paused, but it has trains. I like trains, and it has boats too. And later on we'll get dreadnoughts and stuff like that. So, all good stuff. But the map just looks absolutely gorgeous. At any distance, really. It's very, very nice looking game. This is kind of my neck of the woods up here. But in this first episode, I will be simply looking around and figuring out what's going on. Now, normally with a paradox round strategy game, these three... any icons that appear up here at the start are generally a good thing to look at. So we have an interest, which is going to disappear in the Great Plains, which I don't think is a huge issue. Where's the diplomatic lens? Yeah, so being Britain, we can have so many diplomatic interests. We can basically have an interest everywhere on the planet, and that's how you kind of interact with diplomacy. But so we don't really worry about that. We'll just close that one. How do you dismiss them? Can you not dismiss them? Anyway, we also need to choose technology, which is probably a good idea. You can do pretty much anything. You can strengthen if you want to go for a monarchist playthrough. You absolutely can, or you can try anyway, but you might have problems with it. So, Bessemer process is tempting. That lets us produce more steel. The other things that might be interesting: sewers. Sewers might be good. Nationalism might be useful, but not for the type of playthrough I'm thinking of. Really, I want something that increases my technology. Realism might help with that. So might psychiatry. Eternal, thank you very much for the resub. Alright, Silent Service. Yes, absolutely. Silent Service, music and gaming on YouTube. Absolutely, I'll give you a shout out. Yeah, please do check them out. Right. I think weirdly, I'm going to go for realism. Might not be the optimal start, but the start I'm doing. And then you've got this thing, the current situation outliner, which is... yeah. My economy is unhealthy. Great. So we need to fix that. We are not building anything. We can declare interests. We are short on convoys for tea and opium. That's not good. We have units in reserve. That means fiddling around with the military. So basically everything. Everything. Low market access in places. Yeah, all sorts of things that we need to fix. Anyway, here is here is Britain. So it's still William the Fourth. Who do we have in government? Oh, the intelligentsia. Ugh. And the petite bourgeoisie. Okay, we'll deal with that later. We are the #1 ranked great power in the world. So obviously our aim is to stay there. Army, Navy, GDP, 26 million pops. Literacy of just under 60%. That's not as high as I'd like. Standard of living. Impoverished, but 13.2 is actually quite good. Middle and upper class are actually fine. Just the government finances that are totally screwed up. Okay. No wars, no diplomatic plays, and a whole metric ton of existing diplomatic status. So we defensive pact with Portugal. We are rivals with France. We have trade agreements with Belgium and Portugal. Customs union. Oh, this is with the Hanoverian. Where's the market view? Oops, close that. Sorry, I have not played. There we go. British market. Let's zoom out a bit. So this little bit here is part of the British market at the moment, but we have this, which means that as soon as William dies, we're going to lose all of that anyway, so don't need to worry about that too much. Protectorates. United Tribes. Interesting. We have a bunch of puppets, which is Cape Colony, the various bits of Canada and Australia, and the East India Company. They're a Dominion. Says the Hudson Bay Company. Greece owes us a favour. And we have a truce with the Ashanti. Okay. Right. So yeah, it's us as #1, then France. And then China doesn't count. Russia. And then the East India Company, again, they don't count because they're part of us. We've got Austria, Prussia, and the United States. Okay. Yeah, I would be playing Dreadnoughts tonight, but the problem is the current beta build of Dreadnoughts is fun, but it's not. I'm not really able to record on it. So actually, let's have a proper look at the king. So he's part of the petite bourgeoisie, which explains why they're in government. He's a royalist. It's fairly normal. He's English, sort of, and he's no one really is either up or down about him. Okay. So currently in government we have the Whigs and also the petite bourgeoisie, and that is because that's William of Hanover's interest group. Really, we'd want the industrialists in, potentially. There's an awful lot to unpack here. I'll have a proper look at the interest groups in a minute. Okay, wants to join. Oops, sorry, pressed a button. The petite bourgeoisie are probably going to join the Peelites, which makes the Peelites much less appealing. And the Tories, which will be... yeah, they're very unappealing. Like, that's not a collection I really want in power. So really we want to try and keep the intelligentsia in as much as we can. So let's have a look at them. led by William Lamb. He's a reformer. So, yes. He's pretty good. He's English. He's not very well liked. He's a political operator and arrogant. That doesn't help. Why are you arrogant, you stupid bastard? What's the king? Romantic. Ugh. And a diplomat. Okay. We're Britain, so we start with a bunch of institutions. We've got very basic social security net. We have a pretty good education system for the time. We've got law enforcement. We've got a health system. We have colonial affairs as well. So I might look into what laws we can maybe get away with. Budget is arse backwards. What are we spending all that money on? Government wages. Goods for government buildings. Mostly paper, but also ships. Yeah, ships. Okay. We're not building anything at the moment. Have a look at the buildings in a sec. There won't be any production thingies to change. Let's have a look at the market. Staple goods. Groceries are very expensive. So it's transportation. Paper's not too bad. Okay. A king is a royalist? Unheard of. I know. What is this? What is this madness? Hardwood is also very expensive. Tools are quite expensive as well. It would be good if we could get those down a little bit. Luxury goods I don't mind about too much. And nothing looks stupidly expensive anyway. And then military equipment all looks actually fine. What's the... Where's clippers? Yeah. Yeah, they're not super expensive. We just don't have enough. Just need more of them. Okay. Military. We've got 2 generals. But we probably need one more. We've got Hugh Goff, who's a Scot. He's a moderate petite bourgeoisie. He's direct and reckless. Wow, he's a fun guy. And we have John Seaton, who is a tactful, experienced offensive planner. It's not bad. He's part of the armed forces, so he's actually pretty good. He's got 30 troops. I could just get a 3rd general, which is probably our best bet. So recruit them into England. Who have we got? We've got Oswald or Ewing, who's an industrialist. Interesting. He's a pillager. And he's cautious. I'm not a huge fan of him. And then we have Sir Henry Wakelin Smith, who's in the armed forces. He's an experienced colonial administrator. Ooh, that's cool. He's ambitious and a defensive strategist. He's much cooler, so we'll recruit him. And that should... Yeah, he's got all the remaining troops, so they're all assigned. And then, presumably, we have problems with the Navy. Wow, we start off with how many arrows? That's it. Oh, the uniform's the wrong colour. Oh, that's going to bug me. Royal Navy should be blue. Paradox. 0 out of 10. Yeah. Any similarities between now and the things back then? I don't know what you're talking about. He's pretty good. Diplomat, experienced, direct. We have Sir Thomas. Again, these are all pretty good. Innovative, explorer. Got Cochrane as well. Expert convoy raider, naval commander. He's reckless. That kind of fits. And we have James Dundas, who's a cautious diplomat. Yeah, so they're all absolutely fine. Right. Look at our population actually, quickly. Yeah, a lot of peasants. So all of this big block, we kind of want. That's good. That's a lot of people that we can move into doing more important things. Political strength is mostly with capitalists. Okay, culture, mostly English. Political strength is almost all English, and we're mostly Protestant. Right. I'm just going to change how the outline looks. I'm not really interested in this lot, because we're not going to be doing much military stuff early on, which we shouldn't be. However, I want the market in the outliner, and I want the interest groups in the outliner. So this basically tells you the... Is this import and output? I'm not actually sure. Yeah, so this is production. And like, this is good production. This is like, we should maybe export these, and this is... I'm having trouble with that. Wow, we have a lot of stuff we can export and all. Oh my goodness, so much to look at. Oh my goodness. Right. So the other thing to look at is our actual provinces. What do we actually have? So we've got the home counties, which have good soil and shipyard building throughput. That's quite nice. The West Country has a natural harbour, more shipyard building throughput. Lovely. We have Wales, which is good for coal. The Midlands, which has nothing of any interest. East Anglia, again, good soil and a natural harbour, more shipyard throughput. Lancashire has coal and natural harbours. Very nice. Yorkshire also has coal. Wow, we get a lot of coal. The Lowlands, coal and fish. Isle of Man's part of Lancashire. And then we've got the Highlands, which has infrastructure penalty and fish. So not as interesting. And then we've got unincorporated. State that's within a county's domain but considered territorial. Yeah, we'd probably want to start incorporating Ireland as well. So Ulster has... None of them have anything... Oh no, Munster does. Agriculture throughput and natural harbours as well. So, yeah, that will definitely be something that I kind of want to do. How much does it cost me? 300 bureaucracy. Oh, we got absolutely tons of it. So, let's start incorporating... I'll just do it one at a time. Then we also own Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Lower Canada. These are all autonomous, though. So they'll do their own thing. Actually, if we go into the outliner, just put states in. And unincorporated. There we go. This allows us to see. So we've had a look at all of our incorporated states. What about our unincorporated states? That's islands. We've got Jamaica. Down here. Again, could be interesting. What do we get? Natural harbours as well. The West Indies in general. Okay. So I'm assuming produce sugar, right? Yeah, sugar. Bananas. Fancy. Disrespect for the Midlands, I know. We also have Malta. Pretty nice. The Bahamas, British Guiana. Now that must be... This is the one that had poor market access, isn't it? It's our South American holding. Was this the one that... No, that's Gambia. Indian Ocean Territory, Newfoundland, Gibraltar, Singapore, Accra, Bermuda, South Atlantic Islands, British Guatemala. Okay. Where's British Gambia? Here. It's just a colony we're putting in. Oh, Millie, shush. Yeah, more shipbuilding. Absolutely more shipbuilding. We're going to go ham on the shipbuilding. The other thing I kind of want to do straight away is to get colonizing. I don't know how I do that. I thought there was a button. Political lens. Production. Diplomatic. Establish colony. There we go. Where can we establish colonies at the moment? Right, well, let's concentrate on Western Australia and New Zealand. Oh yeah, I can't do the North Island yet. I thought I'd reach some sort of limit. Would quite like bits of the Pacific. In case you're wondering, yes, I am going to go full-on colonial with it. And I know the Pacific region doesn't seem like a good bet, but it can be really, really handy. And the other place I'd kind of like... France. Oh, are we doing too much? Oh, I see. How do you reduce that? I wonder. Yes. Do you have a flag? More flag. I don't know how it estimates this time. Might just be... Because the more I add, the more it goes up, so... Maybe I need to scale back a bit. Oops. Let's keep going for Australia, though. I wish there was like a... Just undo what I just did. So, yeah. 209 days. Yeah, it's come tumbling down. We're just doing too much. I can live with 209 days. And... Yeah. No. That's just far too long. I think that's to do with the malaria. Just the amount of it. Yeah, 209 days. That's another reason for going for the Pacific, I suppose. 239. That'll do. Get some colonies going. Always need colonies. And right, and then the other thing I want to do is tea. Where can we build tea plantations? Nowhere? Oh yeah, it does it on a list. Singapore, yes please. Sugar. Get some sugar on the go. Tobacco would be good. And yes, I know I shouldn't just go... Wow, you can grow silk in Gibraltar. That's amusing. Cotton. Don't need that much cotton. Bananas would be good though. Get some in Jamaica. The West Indies. That'll do for now. It's probably enough. Like raw resource, like agricultural building. I mean, I've already almost certainly maxed this out, haven't I? Yeah. So we've got construction sectors already here. Where's construction sectors again? Don't remember. This one. Now then, yeah, we do. So really what I need is more ports, shipyards. Shipyards in the West Country. Why you not... Wow, okay, never mind. You're the most productive shipyards in the world. Still don't have enough. Okay. Sure. Let's have a look here. What can we do? I do like auto expand. It is tempting. But let's have a look at the market. Let's figure out... Actually, no, need to sort that budget out. Consumption tax. We've got consumption tax on booze. We don't have a lot of bureaucracy anymore. Let's put a tax on services. And that fixes the budget immediately. And let's get some government. Get me a couple of government administrations there. Got 4 there already. 1. Gonna need another one. The Midlands. We're gonna need 1 there. I like having a government administration around. Tends to be a useful thing, although the Highlands is probably a little bit too remote. It'd be nice to have one in Ireland somewhere, and we can get on fixing that bureaucracy deficit. Do you want to start a war with the emus? Yeah, I know. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to expand our market. Now, the other thing, before I skip off doing the things, is... Oh yeah, I need nationalism to activate these. Okay, that's fine. So many potential things there. What about decisions? What, do we get any good ones? Yeah, try and build Suez. Okay, that's all fine. In that case, I think we're ready to start, possibly. In fact, let's just auto-expand shipyards in Bristol. Thank you very much for the follow, Dote. First impression is I haven't unpaused the game yet, which probably means, and I'm very confused. So pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty happy. Oh, of course, politics. We need to have a look. It's very important. So the intelligentsia, I kind of want them in because they're reformers. That means that they kind of want to move away from racial segregation. They want to... Well, they don't want to enact reforms for women, but they don't hate the fact that if I go for it. And that's really helpful for getting more workforce. And yeah, they oppose child labour, so not bad. They're liberals, so they want multiculturalism, guaranteed liberties, right of assembly, things like that. They're anti-clerical, which will help get rid of the church. They are Republican, which I don't love. And they are anti-slavery, which is very nice. And does he have a... No, he doesn't. So, yeah, they're pretty good. We're going to start bolstering them. The industrialists are also okay. They're market liberals. Plutocratic. They're laissez-faire. But they are individualists, so they'll work. They kind of help in some places and not others, but they have a lot of clout. The armed forces are jingoists, but they are loyalist and patriotic. They shouldn't be a problem. These guys are going to be annoying, I can tell. Yeah, not as bad as this lot. These guys could be a real problem. Anyway, yeah, reactionaries. They are meritocratic, though. And patriotic. Then we have the church, who I won't suppress, but I am going to try and marginalise. I'm not really too interested in them. So, the government at the moment... We'll probably have to wait until there's an election or something before we can change this. But we don't want the Tories in. The Peelites are okay, but not great. But I'd like it if I could join them into the Whigs. That would be handy. Right, what laws could we go for? Elected bureaucrats. No, we've got appointed ones. That's absolutely perfect. We don't have any form of internal things. Wow, we could go for secret police. Census suffrage might be interesting. Oh, no. I know what I want to go for. So, we currently have freedom of conscience, which is fine. We could go for total separation of church and state, but that seems a little bit of a push. But what we could do is get rid of religious schools. So we could go for private, which has more support. Both the intelligentsia and the industrialists support it. Or we could jump it and go for public. The church pose both, and everyone else is indifferent. Right, chat, what do you think? I think go straight for public schools. Don't worry about going, because yes, we probably will get private schools in quicker, but the industrialists aren't in power at the moment. It will make them happy, but they're already pretty happy, and this won't make them unhappy. So I'm going to go straight for public schools. That's the plan. And I'm very briefly going to unpause just to check that the game will run and not immediately crash. And if that works, yeah, on to the next day, and a whole bunch of stuff happens. So the intelligentsia, because they like me, I now get Alngar, which is minus 10% society tech cost. And we get propagandist, which gives us migration attraction, which is pretty nice. But the Anglicans are pissed off. The church is pissed off at me, which is going to temporarily cause problems with the education system while they piss about with it. Okay. What do we need to import? What's it suggesting we import? Porcelain. Who could we import porcelain from? The Prussians. Okay, let's do that. Import coal? Really? Just make more coal. What about export? Steel? Really interesting. Who wants steel? Just the French. That's very dull. I was expecting to get the Opium Wars firing off as well. Oh, we've got way more journal entries. I had not realised this. So we also have the whaling industry. What does this do? Oil is our past and will be our future. Okay. Building is a whaling station. Okay, I'm sure we can build a whaling station somehow. Whaling stations. Where can we build? What can we build whaling stations? Newfoundland or the Scottish Islands. In fact, let's just go for those three. There we go. Okay, that should complete that one pretty quick. The philosophy department. Okay, that's my universities. Universities, where are you? Here. So they're currently scholastic, but we could change them to philosophy departments. Let's do that. And I'm also going to switch to secular academia. This will piss off the church even more, but it gives us better, gives us more academics, which is good because that will boost the intelligentsia. Provide rail transportation. That just means building railways everywhere. Okay. That I can do. Oops, not that button. So, railway. Home counties has one. Where do you build those? Yeah, here. Home counties has one. I think everywhere has them. Yeah, they do. Yeah, everywhere has a railway. Apart from the Highlands, I think. Yeah. Let's build a railway in the Highlands. And also start getting Ireland some railways as well. There we go. Prussian porcelain 5 times fast. I know, exactly. Big fish. Well, they're not big. They're not fish. But yeah, there we go. That should help us complete this one. And you kind of want to complete these as best you can. And munition plant. Do we have any of those? Chemical plants. Yes, we do. We're actually using percussion caps. Where are they? Lancashire. Okay, and what do I need to do? Building is munition plant. Cash reserve is greater than 25%. Weekly profit is greater than 0. Workforces is greater than that. Building level is greater than or equal to 5. Let's expand that up to 5 then. Lovely. Well, and with that, I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more. I was about to say Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, but not. Some more Victoria 3. Bye for now.